How dare you? You made it pretty clear you didn't want us, so we had to make our own entertainment. Well then, since you're so pleased with each other's company, you may leave my house this moment.
Oh, please, my lady, don't dismiss me. I've never done anything like that before, and I never will again.
Not in my house, you won't. Because you won't spend one more moment in it. What you do outside of it is no concern of mine. You can do it in the street like dogs for all I care. Corder? Where's Corder?
Diana, wait!
How dare you speak to me, you little whore? Have you forgotten who I am and what you are?
The love of your life. You said I was the love of your life.
Say, hearts and flowers.
Listen to the little liar. Corder!
Zena, what an end to it all. What are we to do?
Oh, you'll be all right, I suppose. Go back to your family and spin them some tale about where you've been.
No, I won't go back there. I couldn't let them see me like this.
We're in the same boat then, aren't we, miss? Don't you have any cash about you at all? What's in the bag?
Clothes. The boys' clothes I brought with me when I first came.
Well, then.
What, you mean we should put them on and pass as gents?
No, I mean we should sell them.
Sell them?
Well, it's that or sell ourselves, I reckon. Don't want to spend a night in the open, do you? Come on, miss. It's all right, miss. Men and women is separate.
So from luxury and a four-poster bed, I had come to this. But I had Zena and a little money now.
Come on, hurry up. Lie close, miss. To the warmth.
You mustn't call me miss anymore. You must call me Nan. We're equal now, aren't we? If only Diana hadn't come in when she did. It was fun, though, wasn't it? Till she came and spoiled it.
It's always fun before they catch you.
It won't be so bad, will it? We've got each other now. We might make a go of it, don't you think? Yes, I had lost my place of privilege, but I had found something better, I told myself. I had found a good pal in Zena Blake.
Morning. You're a good sleeper.
Where's my friend? Where's my friend?
Where's my friend? Where's my friend? She went hours ago, dearie, before it was light. I saw her go, and you never stirred a whisker.
Zena had gone and taken our meagre funds with her. Spare some change, sir? Spare a penny for a cup of tea, sir? For the first time for over a year, I found myself longing for home. I thought of the warmth of the oyster parlour, mother's cooking, father's jokes. But I didn't have so much as a tuppenny bus fare. And how could I let them see me like this? But I had to find somewhere, or starve on the streets. And during that long night, it came to me. There was a place where I'd been made to feel at home.
Mrs. Milne! Mrs. Milne! Gracie! Gracie! Mrs. Milne!
Yeah?
Mrs. Milne, Gracie, they used to live here. Where have they gone?
Couldn't say. The lady before me took ill back in November, and her sister come and took her back to live with her. But where? Bristol, Bath, dunno. Dear girl, You have been in the wars, haven't you?
I have. And that's not all. I've got nowhere to live and nothing to eat and not a penny to buy bread.
Well, we've got nothing to spare, so it's no use hanging around here begging. You'll get nothing by it.
Wait, mister. There was a girl who lived over there with her mother, name of Florence.
Oh, she's been gone this past year. Moved to Quilter Street in Bethnal Green, I think.
Bethnal Green? But that's miles from here.
Best I can do.
She's been in the wars, all right, poor girl. Look at that cheek. And someone's cropped her hair. Prison, do you reckon? They crop the poor girls very short there, don't they? Or one of your reformatory girls. She's pretty near half dead, whoever she is. Look out, she's waking up. Oh there, miss. There we go. You feeling a bit better? There's no need to fear, you know. You're among friends here. Here, let's help you out. Give us a hand here, Flo. There we are. I'll make you a nice cup of something hot. Would you like that?
Yes, please. Thank you. It's very kind. You're both very kind.
Would it make you very ill to tell me why you've come here?
I met you once. A long time ago, don't you remember?
Yes. I remember. You left me sitting in that cafe. You made me feel a fool.
I'm sorry. It was... I can't explain. Please don't send me away.
Why should you go to such a lot of trouble to find me now?
I couldn't think of anyone else I could go to. And I just always remembered you. I thought you'd remember me. I made a mistake. Didn't expect to find you like this. You've changed, I think, with a baby and everything.
Here we are, then. Oh, she looks better already, doesn't she, Florence?
Ralph, this lady's a friend of Miss Darby's. That lady I used to work for.
Oh.
I'm afraid I've forgotten your name.
It's Nancy Astley. Miss Nancy Astley.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Nancy Astley. You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
That cheek still looks very sore.
I expect you're wondering how I came by it. It was a man with a ladder on the street. No, I can't tell a lie. truth is, I've been living with someone and they've thrown me out and kept all my things, and I had such handsome things.
A gentleman, I suppose.
Yes. You must think me very wicked, but he said I was the love of his life. He was as rich as anything. He could do what he liked. He did what he liked with me. He used to like to make me dress up as a boy in a soldier's suit.
They're the worst of the lot when they go bad, the rich ones. They think their money gives them the right to treat people like toys. I'm a socialist, Miss Astley, and we're working to try and put a stop to all that sort of thing.
You ain't in trouble, are you?
No. I was. But the gent fixed that when he beat me.
Oh, well, Miss Astley, if you truly have nowhere, it won't hurt for you to stay the night with us. Just one night. And tomorrow, I'll help you find a proper lodging.
But I've no money to pay.
Well, then I'll help you find work as well.
You can stay one night. As long as you promise not to bring work.
I had thought and hoped Florence was a Tom like me. But here she was, married, with a child, and so stern and serious and thoughtful. He was kinder to me than she was. And there was nothing more in it than kindness. I was sure of that. Gentle as Jesus he was. And her working for her friendless girls, no doubt. And never looking at the friendless girl who lay in her armchair, almost too weak to move.
Well, I'll turn in. Good night, Miss Astley. Hope to see you feeling better in the morning.
Good night, and thanks for all your kindness.
You do understand, don't you, that it's just for one night? It won't do to have you stay any longer. If the girls at the hostel heard about it, they'd all be clamouring if she can stay with the family, then why shouldn't we?
Yes, I can see that, I suppose.
So have you got everything you need? Privy's out back, as you know. Ralph will be up and out of the house by 6. I'll get up a bit later. But you'll have to leave the house when I do at 8. You do understand that?
Yes. You've been so kind to me when really you hardly know me at all. And your husband.
Good night, then. Yet. You must get up now. I have to get to work.
Oh dear, I don't feel so well this morning.
Well, I'm sorry, but you can't stay here. I must go to work and I must go now. If you keep me waiting any longer, I shall be late.
Oh, please let me stay. Just a little while till my head clears and I get a little strength back. You don't need to wait. I'll let myself out later. I'd be gone by the time you get home. You could trust me. I wouldn't take anything.
All right, you may do as you said and let yourself out. There's precious little to steal here anyway. Now, I've made you a list of places you might find a bed in and some places where you might find work. Oh, and Ralph left you this £50. He says goodbye. And good luck.
He's so good.
Now, I'm trusting you. Don't let me down.
Hello.
Hello.
Who are you?
Just a friend of the family. I was down on my luck and they let me stay the night.
Yeah, that's them. Always doing things for other people. Miss Banner and her brother. They've got no time to look after themselves.
He's her brother. But I thought they were man and wife. So, Little Sue?
No, nothing like that. He belonged to another girl, their previous lodger.
Oh. I see. Then, I knew what I should do. I would make myself indispensable. I would make myself the angel of the house. This will be my new home. It will. It will. It will. Who are you? I'm Nan, Ashley. I'm just visiting here for a while.
You've been making your presence felt. I've never seen it so tidy. Thought I'd come in the wrong house. Yeah, well, I come to drop these leaflets off, all right? Tell Florrie. I'm Annie. Annie Price. Bet you can't guess what I do for a living.
Chimney sweep?
Hey, you're not far off. But I don't crawl up chimneys, I crawl down drains.
Yeah.
I'm a sanitary inspector. It's the stinkiest job in London and I love it. Lovely smell. What is it?
Oh, beef and oysters. I'd better see to it if you'd excuse me.
Do you need any help?
Oh, no, I'm all right, thank you.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I brought them like I said. Yeah, but I've got to run now and I'll be late. Smell something very nice, I think, called man. You wait and see, I'm never wrong. Bye, Miss Ashley.
I wanted to do something for you, so I cleaned the house and made supper for you and your brother.
Who told you that?
The lady next door.
I like my house the way it was.
Please don't be like that. Oh, Florence, please let me stay.
It's not possible.
Yes, it is. I could cook and clean for you like I did today. I could sleep downstairs like I did last night. I could do your washing and look after your baby boy while you were at work.
My word, I never saw such a shiny doorstep. I was almost frightened to tread on it. Hello, Miss Ashley, are you still here? Have we you to thank for all this? It's just been to... Oh,
Let me have
Cyril,
it.
Cyril.
No, it won't do.
Just for a moment, look, please.
like, you may stay. For a week. And if the week works out, we shall try it for a month. But if it doesn't work, you must go.
Thank you.
And so I became a sort of housekeeper to them. It was a kind of work I'd never done much of before. Hard enough, and dull too, you'd think. But it seemed like play to me. And as the time went by, I got more confident. Why not? I thought. After all, women's clothes weren't suited to hard physical work. It was only practical. And I started to express myself in other ways, too. Oh, my pal Cyril's a regular peril when he gives the girls the eye. Oh, my pal Cyril, he drinks like a devil, he could drink the dairy dry. And when he goes up on the town, wiggling his walking stick up and down, and then he goes off on a spree.
Oh, that's delicious.
Beautiful, Nan, beautiful.
I think if there was only one dish that had to be served in paradise, it would be oysters.
No, beef and oyster pie for me. Well, oysters, definitely. And it will be a socialist paradise, of course. Equal shares for all.
And who would be there with you to share it?
What, in paradise? Well, Flo, of course. And Cyril. And you. And Eleanor Marks, I think. And Keir Hardie. And Mrs. Sykes from next door.
Oh, that's you all over. You'd let them all come, you would.
Well.
And who'll be in yours, Nancy?
Well, you and Ralph would have to be there, making yourselves busy and telling everyone how to run it. And Cyril, of course. Yeah. Can't leave my big boy out.
And of course you would have to be in mine. Well, who else would make me oyster pie?
Well, I've had better compliments paid me, but not recently. Thank you kindly, Miss Banner.
Well, up the wooden hill for me. Night, both.
Night.
Lovely day it's been. Do you know, I don't think we've had a picnic in years.
You do too much for others. You have to think of yourself now and then. Don't go up yet. Come sit down by me.
All right, then.
I wanted to say sorry for running away from you before.
I was hurt at the time, then.
thing is, you kept wanting to know what I did, and I couldn't tell you. Somehow I couldn't tell you a lie either, so I thought I just couldn't be with you at all.
Lie to me? About what?
I let you think it was a gentleman I lived with, but it was a lady. She picked me up off the street and carried me off in her carriage. And what was I doing on the street? I was selling myself to men, dressed as a boy.
When you say you lived with this lady, do you mean
as a lover? As a slave, more like. She dressed me up in fine clothes, but really I was just a kept all.
Oh, Nan. Have you never been truly happy?
Oh, yes. When I was in love. That was a girl called Kitty. She was my first love, and she broke my heart. And I've been happy since I've been living here with you. As happy as I could be, except I never felt able to tell you the truth about myself. But now I have, and I suppose you're going to say I have to go.
No. I'd like to tell you something, Nan. That night, after we parted, I went to that lecture, and I met a girl there. Her name was Lillian. Well, she was so very interesting looking, I knew I just had to know her. So after the lecture, I went up to her, and we began to talk. We just went on from there. It was as if she understood all my thoughts. I'd never felt like that about anybody. Oh.
You loved her?
Yes. And she loved me too. Only not in the same way. The fact is, she had a man friend who wanted to marry her. Only she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't be a man's property, she said, though she loved him. And then when she fell pregnant, the man wouldn't stand by her. So she came here to live with us. And those were the happiest months of all my life.
And then?
And then she died. She died having Cyril. She was too slight. The confinement was a hard one. And she died then.
I'm so sorry about your friend, Flo.
Well, it's been very hard since then. Sometimes I've wished I might die myself. She'd only been gone 6 months when you came. I couldn't bear the thought of having another girl in the house. She's the only one I could ever love, you see.
So, I'm just about good enough to do the cooking and the cleaning, but no hope of anything more, right?
No, I didn't mean that.
Yes, you did. I'm not good enough for you, am I? And no one ever will be after her.
I'm going to bed. Good night. What are you doing?
Well, I can't stay here anymore, can I? After last night. You've been very kind to me.
No, wait. I've been awake half the night thinking about things. I'm sorry too, Nan. I haven't treated you very gentle since you've been here, have I? It wasn't right to take it out on you because I was unhappy. I've liked it, having you here all these months. I'm glad you stayed. I was wondering, perhaps we could go out somewhere together. Just the two of us tonight. All right?
Yeah, but that wouldn't work.
I thought you said it was all girls here.
It is. You want to look a bit more carefully.
Oh. Did you used to come here as a boy?
Now and then.
So he slapped down a sovereign, and Susie and me fluff up for half an hour, and then tipped the velvet while the gent looked on. It's the nicest work we've ever had. We'd have done it for nothing, if only you'd known it.
Tipping the velvet? Whatever can that be? You don't know? It sounds like something to do with dressmaking or millinery. I don't think it can be. Nobody would pay to watch that. It isn't. Well, what then?
Also, I understand.
So you managed to get her out the house. Good for you, Nan, actually. I kept telling Florrie this is the place for her. Oh, Flo. In such a state. She's coming here tonight. I met this girl the other day in the office at the sewage works, sitting in a ray of sunshine. I said, "Are you Sue Bridhead? My name's Jude." She gave me a little smile and she took my hand and I knew that I was in love again.
Oh, you.
Yeah, well, it's about time you was in love again, too. Yeah, perhaps you can show her the way, Uncle. There she comes. Yeah, well, I won't bring her over if you don't mind. I want her all to myself. Excuse me, sweetheart, but didn't you used to be Nan King that worked the halls with Kitty Butler?
Yes, I was Nan King. Who wants to know it?
They are? What did I tell you? It is her. Oh, come and give us a song, Nan.
No, I'm finished with all that.
Ah, you was the best, you and her. Half the girls in London was in love with you. Me and Jenny had got your picture by our bed. Oh, come on, just one song, eh? Just to remind us.
Well, go on. I'd love to hear you. Oh, all right then.
Oh, I can go out on the town to all the grand hotels, going at large till midnight with all the London swells, but it ain't any good at all. I can't help remembering. Oh, Rosie, do you remember the promises we made only last September? Why did I have to go away? We said goodbye with a tear and a sigh, and whispered all the pretty things that sweethearts say. You promised.
Miss King, delightful to hear you again, and in such good voice. I shan't detain you, but if you are ever interested in a return to the boards, I can guarantee you excellent billing in any of my theatres. My card? Good evening to you, Miss King. Mom?
Who was that? Mr. Charles Frobisher. He only owns 6 theatres in the West End. So you really did? I did. And maybe I will again.
Yeah, good night, eh? And mind you take care of her.
Anyway, where are we going?
Here come the Toms. Look at them, the dirty cows. How'd you like to see what a proper man can do? Come on. Who's first?
Ignore him. Just keep going.
Come on, girls. We'll show you a thing or two.
You? You can hardly get across the road, let alone get a cock stand. Show us a thing or two, I don't think so. Now get off home to your wife before I put you over my knee and spank you. Come on, Flo. Oh, Lord, they're coming.
frozen out. Ralph must have gone out. We better be quiet. Oh, what a night. Wasn't it just? Morning. Morning. Nan, what happened last night?
Oh, don't say you wish it hadn't happened. I couldn't bear that.
I was determined it shouldn't happen. I thought I could never care about another girl after Lillian. But when it came to it, I think you put a spell on me with that song you sang. That was the idea. And you were really on the horse? Do you really mean to go back? Well, if Charlie Frobisher thinks I can still do it, I think I might give it a go. Would you mind? I think I'd be rather proud to be a friend of Nan King's. And very happy to be the lover of Nan Astley.
Flo? Flo?
Oh, God. Oh, no,
Sorry to disturb you now. You don't know where Flo might have... Oh, there you are. I was wondering if you could have Cyril for a few minutes, just while I get shaved.
Here we are.
Well... I'll just get shaved.
Oh, Flo. Your brother's just about the best kind of man, I think.
OK, now, when we go round the corner, we go up the stairs. I'll lift and you drop a bit, all right?
All right.
OK.
That evening, we put the truckle bed back in the attic, and I moved my night things to Florence's room, and I put my gown beneath her pillow. And I felt I had come home at last.
Right. Now, I've had enough of this. I've had just about as much as I can take. Look about you. At our great places and public buildings. At our country houses and our... Oh, damn.
Our factories and our empire.
Yeah, factories and empire. Yeah, thanks, Nan.
That was very good till then. Well, get on.
What is the rich man's wealth but robbery?
Gradually, I was drawn into the centre of their lives. I'd never given a thought to politics, but now I couldn't escape it, it seemed. There was going to be a big rally at Victoria Park. Florence was helping to organise it, and Ralph was to speak at it. And my own life was opening up as well.
This way, ladies.
It's the best dressing room in the house, Miss King. I trust it meets with your approval.
Yes. I think it'll do me very nicely, thanks. Oh, Flo.
What is the rich man's wealth but robbery? They steal the land and set a wall about it. They steal the fruits. Flo, please be quiet. How's a man to think?
He steals the fruits.
The fruits of our labour and obliges us to buy them back from him.
Good.
Oh, I've got a girl, she's as pretty as a picture, she's the best pal in the world.
Hello, Nan.
Sorry, Jimmy, could you give us 5 minutes? Tommy, 5 minutes.
Top of the bill, I see. Charlie Frobisher has done you proud. Do you remember when you first came to see me, I wonder?
What do you want, Kitty?
You haven't forgotten me then. I was afraid you might have. Well, I wanted to see you again, of course. And if you knew how I tried to find you. It was as though you'd vanished off the face of the earth. I was afraid you might have harmed yourself.
It was you that harmed me, Kitty.
I'm so sorry, Nan.
It doesn't matter now.
No, I can see. You're doing ever so well.
And you? Are you still married to Walter?
You heard about that? Yes. Yes, I am. Well, after a fashion, if you know what I mean. It's what you might call a marriage of convenience. And so long, I've thought about what I might say if I ever found you. I must tell you now.
I'm not sure I want to hear it.
Would you come back to me, Nan?
Aren't you forgetting you're a married woman?
Oh, that needn't matter. Walter's very good. He lets me do very much as I like. And, well, if we were only a little...
No! We were always careful because you wanted it that way. You were always half-hearted, Kitty. And I was all for you. And now I've found someone who's all for me.
She isn't me, though. Is she, Nan?
No. She's very different from you.
I made a mistake with Walter. If you were to come back to me, I would leave him. It would be just you and me. I make it all up to you, Nan. I promise. I've never stopped loving you, Nan.
You broke my heart, Kitty.
Well, won't you let me see if I can't mend it again? My mermaid. You need time to think about it. I shan't beg you, Nan. You let your heart tell you what's right. I'll come to the show on Monday. Until then. Goodbye.
money for your thoughts?
That's torn it. The rally's off. The Marquee Company won't let us have the tents. Won't have no truck with political revolutionaries, so that's that.
Oh, Ralph, we can't just give up just like that.
Well, what else are we to do?
Well, the theatre's dark on Sundays. You could hold your meeting there. Oh, Nan, do you think you could wangle it for us? I think Charlie Frober should do more than that to keep me happy.
Nan, you're a tip-topper, you are. I beg your pardon.
They call it enterprise and capitalism, but what is it really? What is it? Oh, really?
Robbery, swindling and slavery!
Robbery, swindling and slavery!
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet, please. I give you Ralph Banner.
Go on, you'll be fine.
Oh, Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, why socialism? That is the question I've been invited to discuss with you this afternoon. Why socialism? I shall keep my answer rather brief.
Thank God for small mercy!
How many times have you heard economists say that England is the richest country in the world? If you were to ask them what they meant by that, they would answer...
I can't bear this. Nor can I.
Order, ladies and gentlemen, order, please.
All right, ladies and gents. Why socialism? We'll tell you why. Because we've been robbed and cheated long enough. Haven't we, Mr. Bannon?
Yeah, here we have.
How old are we likely to be when we die? Do you know that? What's the average age of death in Bethnal Green? Mr. Banner knows. Don't you, Mr. Banner?
29.
Tell them.
29.
29! And your rich man lives to 70. And all this in the richest city on earth. And they call it progress. But what do we call it, Mr. Banner?
We call it a disgrace.
And it is a disgrace. And we want an end to it.
What is the rich man's wealth but robbery under another name?
Is it right that babies should die for want of milk?
Like a mermaid.
I do love you so very much.
This is your beginner's school, ladies and gentlemen. Beginners, please.
triumphant return to the London stage of Miss Nan King.
Hello again. Remember me? There's a lot of things have happened since you and I last met. I've been up and I've been down. But here's the best thing yet. If all good things around us are sent from heaven above, they've sent me down an angel. I can't help it. I'm in love.
I've got a girl, she's as pretty as a picture. She's the best pal in the world. She's not the kind who'd let you down. She's the sweetest little lollipop in London town. She's a dear, she's a darling, she's a little bit of heaven. She's a diamond, she's a ruby, she's a pearl. Oh, I've got a girl, she's as pretty as a picture. She's the best pal in the world.
I've had a funny sort of life, with lots of ups and downs. I've worn a lot of different sorts of hats. I've trudged the streets of London, not a penny to my name. Next day a toff in topper, cane and spats. I've seen a lot of pretty girls, a lot of plain ones too. I've felt the prick of naughty Cupid's dart. I've known some girls whose kisses could leave you black and blue, and one or two could fairly break your heart. But now I think it's time I settled down and built myself a cosy little nest to share with the sweetest girl in London town, the one that I love best.
I've got a girl, she's as pretty as a picture. She's the best pal in the world. She's not the kind who'd let you down. She's the sweetest little lollipop in London town. She's a dear, she's a darling, she's a little bit of heaven. She's a diamond, she's a ruby, she's a pearl. Oh, I've got a girl, she's as pretty as a picture. She's the best pal in the world.
I had come so far from the days when I was a girl, standing on this beach, wondering why I didn't care for Freddie like I should. And here I am again. And though I shan't stay long, there's a part of me will always belong here, in Whitstable, where they have the best oysters in the world. Shall we go then? Have you got your carriage up? Are you ready to meet the family?
If you are.
It's only human